at the Wholesale Investor Conference, Venture and Capital. There's about 600-700 investors, founders here, many of them pitching and many of them connecting and understanding, what's happening in the ecosystem today. So we're very proud to be community partners. Every year this seems to be growing and growing. We have veteran investors for decades they've been investing, but also people who are just starting out, many of them stock investors who are understanding how do they get in early of a company's growth. So they've just been on a whole tour from the UK to Singapore, and now they're back in Melbourne and now Sydney. So yeah, we're very happy to be a part of it. And Ashkan, what's one thing that you've been, speaking to people about today? What do you think people need to know about when they're starting to talk to investors?
Yeah, so the very first thing is I'm very excited and happy that we have these type of events happening here, Arya, in Sydney. Like we didn't have many of these sort of events happening in Australia, and it's a necessity. So I would say that when they're pitching their business, it's really good and it's very crucial actually to start telling a story about who they are, where they're coming from, why they thought that this is
the people behind the venture.
Exactly. So one thing that I realized that almost majority of the businesses here today is missing is investors. They really they're curious to know who you are, what kind of people they have in their team. They also want to know, what's the story behind.
What makes you tick.
Business. But I've realized that majority of the time they start talking about, how cool their idea is, or
technical side.
Exactly.
And it's challenging. There are so many different parts, but you got to start with who are you as a founding team, what are you out to do, and then what your product is about. But at the same time, it's great that being on the court, being in the field, doing it. I mean, there's nothing better than actually doing it. And this is the place to start. So we're looking forward to meeting more investors, meeting more founders here, and we look forward to seeing you guys next time.